Hello, everyone. This is another edition of the Auto Market blog where we usually talk about food and sometimes politics. And this time we're going to be talking about um, our Prime Minister Carney's blind trust. Now, I don't agree with most things that the Conservative Party says with Mr. Poilievre, but his point about the blind trust that Mr. Carney, Prime Minister Carney, should sell off his assets and liquidate his assets into cash and have somebody else invest in them and without him knowing where the money is invested. This is a very good point because right now we have a situation where the Prime Minister's so-called shield that is supposed to shelter him from knowing where his assets is not working because as Mr. Poilievre says, he knows now after the election where his money is invested, and he sure as heck, Mr. Carney knows where his money is invested, and even more importantly, we all know that Mr. Trump will know where his money is invested too, and this is a situation where now that Prime Minister Carney is negotiating with President Trump over trade. This puts Canada in a situation of a potential where Mr. Carney's assets and is in a situation where, there's a very important phrase in the Bible about not serving God and mammon. That's Matthew 6:24. You can't serve two masters. So right now we have a situation where Prime Minister Carney seems to try to serve two masters, Canada and his own personal assets. And this is an untenable situation. And the hypersensitivity of Mark Carney to his assets, anytime somebody asks him about his assets, you notice that he becomes extremely sensitive about it, whereas he was quite openly, had no problems with, going through a process of making sure he was not dual citizens with England anymore, but he was very hypersensitive to even talking about his assets during the election campaign, suggests that his judgment is cloudy. Since the election, he doesn't, as people are more and more witnessing, Mr. Carney doesn't seem to be as gung-ho about opposing Trump and his 51st state agenda, and this has to do with Mark Carney's cloudy judgment concerning his assets, which is reason that he should either sell his assets or resign as prime minister, because Canada right now is being put in an extremely vulnerable situation with Mr. Carney and his assets.